Today, in the nerdy news you need to know about, a Nintendo Direct partner showcase is coming tomorrow. EA's CEO says no $80 games for now. I'll believe it when I see it. And Pokemon TCG Pocket's plagiarism controversy. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Giant Bomb co-owner and the best shoeless RoboCop I know, Mike Minotti.
Hello. You can't see, but I am in fact wearing shoes right now.
Get them up here. Show me how limber you are.
Oh, I got these.
There they are.
I got
Oh, wow.
These on clouds. Have you seen these on clouds?
No, I don't know what an on cloud is.
Problems, and then these solved it. They have like, look at it. It's like, I'm gonna take my shoes off. It's like, look how much padding there is.
Yeah, that's big. That's like a lift. We should get that for Nick.
It is thick. Now they squeak like crazy.
Give me a walk. Hold on, audio listeners. I'm gonna put my microphone down for you.
Now I'm gonna have performance anxiety. Oh, this is bullshit. Now you don't squeak.
They're not squeaking right now.
You don't squeak. You
Classic. Can't do it on command. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's fantastic being here.
First time in the studio.
First time in this. Actually, my first time. I've been, doing the whole game journalism, game media stuff for like 12 years. I have never been in like an office like this where it's like, oh my God, people have like their workstations and they decorate. I worked remotely before it was cool to work remotely.
Sure.
Just like seeing it's like, wow, this is how it was done. This is the way to do it.
So I assume this is giving you a lot of ideas. Giant Bomb's going to start an office somewhere.
I think, I'm going to use what power I have to mandate everybody move to Youngstown, Ohio.
Perfect.
Yeah. Rent's pretty cheap there.
Yeah, no, you could probably get a really good space there. Yeah,
we could make one of these for probably a fifth of the price that you did.
I bet even a seventh. What's it been like? Of course, you're so close to Cleveland.
Yeah,
you're right there.
Yeah,
Superman. They filmed the whole movie there. The Schuster House is there. The Hall of Justice is there. Like, I suddenly want to go to Cleveland.
It's funny because I actually have been thinking about you a lot because of all the Cleveland stuff. I saw the movie about a week ago, and I really liked it. Yeah, but a big part of it was the kind of Cleveland sightseeing aspect of it. Yeah. Especially when they have the fight in Progressive Field where the Guardians play, and that's my team. Oh, nice. So I was just super excited about. Like, I've been there 100 times. Right. In fact, they even did a Meteor's night at that field. So cool. I was like, I should go and get a shirt for Greg, but I should have, but I'm a bad friend, so I didn't. But no, just all that aspect of it was great.
We bought you bagels today.
They're okay. I mean, Dunkin' Donut bagels.
Hey, we bought you bagels. I didn't say they were good or bad, all right? We're working on a budget here.
I don't think that quite, requires me to go to a baseball game and get you exclusive merch and bring it in.
Fair enough. All right. Geez, Mike Minotti got me dead to rights on that one. I can't lie to you. Of course, you're here. Dan Reichert is here. We're doing some crossover stuff that's super secret that we can't talk about, but is very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good, fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
That's all we can say.
One day you'll see it probably, unless it doesn't go well and then we never show it anywhere.
Yeah.
But we'll
Somebody might die.
It's always possible with a Kinda Funny shoot.
Yeah.
But we'll tell you about that another time, because right now we're going to tell you that this is the Kinda Funny Games Daily episode for Wednesday, July 30th. Each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about live on Twitch, YouTube, podcast services around the globe. If you love that, we'd love you to pick up a Kinda Funny membership. Of course, you can grab one on patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple or Spotify. Of course, $10 would get you all of our content ad-free. You'd get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series we call Gregway. That's 15 to 20 minutes of me podcasting about whatever it is I want. And of course, you'd get good karma for supporting an 11-person small business running a very expensive studio in a very expensive city. But we'd love you to do that, because that'd be fantastic. I don't know why it's got to be the sad fog when I say that. Of course, $1 tossed away, no big deal. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, click the follow button. You could, of course, go over on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, give us that free 30-day subscription. They don't remind you about it, so make sure you get there. But most importantly, you could be super chatting right now. youtube.com/kindafunnygames. If you're watching live, you can super chat to be part of the show, just like Rance Cox is, who says, Greg, did Tim bring Leviathan Wakes today? I'm not. Barrett, is Tim in the building yet? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Tim!
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 We'll see if he comes, or if Joey comes in and says Tim's not here. But that's how you can make the show happen. That's how the show happens right there for Rance. If Tim's here. No, Tim, not Tim. Tim. It's Tim here?
God!
Tim Geddes!
I said no embarrassment!
Goddamn Reichert!
This is important to me!
We're trying to be literary people all of a sudden. Of course, you have another super chat here. This is about you, Mike. The Uncharted Wolf super chats and says, Mike, what are you doing here? Jeff misses you. In all seriousness, shout out to the best Nintendogs.
Hey, Uncharted Wolf, longtime viewer of Giant Bomb Game and stuff. Hello, Uncharted Wolf. Nice to see you here. Just fine. He's got like he has another cat. He just keeps trying to fill his
so many cats.
Depression, sadness, emptiness, self-loathing.
Since he cut his hair.
But
you know what I mean?
I did that. Well, I started doing it. Like we had to do it in a garage because he lost a bet. So I cut his hair with like just normal, not like scissors for cutting hair, like the scissors you would do for arts and crafts kind of a thing.
So thinking about the sentence you just said, it makes so much sense to me. Do you have in your life, because you're going to Disney all the time, I'm sure you bump into normal people there. Do you ever have to explain what it is you do and then have to say sentences to like people like that are like CPAs? I was cutting my coworker's hair, my co-founder's hair, my co-owner's hair.
The embarrassing thing kind of lately is like I've been in charge of merch at Giant Bomb, store.giantbomb.com.
There it is.
And like some of the merch has me on it. I get the samples and I wear it, and then I'll go do things like I'll go to my Subway. And then all of a sudden they're kind of looking at me like, look at this jerk wearing a picture of himself.
I had a good run of getting my son's preschool. Like they slowly started to realize, oh, Greg does something weird or whatever. And like they get it. I'm the weird video game guy. That's fine. But now he's in a summer camp. And today was the first day I showed up wearing a shirt that has my own photo on it. And I was like, oh, this is going to have some, gonna have some questions.
I was having a problem hanging out with my niece, and we were just at like a local swim club thing, right? Yeah. And like, she's 10, so she thinks that people on YouTube are the coolest in the world.
We are.
Right, so the fact that I Twitch, she's very, and all that stuff, she thinks it's very impressive. So she's introducing me to her friends. I was like, this is my Uncle Mike. He's a famous YouTuber. And it's cute. And I was like, it's not that.
And then they started the questions, oh, well, do you know Buzzy B12? And you're like, no, never. They have 6 million subs. I don't know who they are. Exactly. I'm sorry, I've never.
Like, where's your platinum play button? And I'm like, we don't talk about that.
George in the live chat is screaming in all caps. Greg, ask Mike how he feels about mugs.
Mugs are the worst kind of merchandise you could possibly create or sell. All they do is break in transit, and then people got to message me, and they got to get refunds. And I'm like, I have to be very apologetic, as if I made the mugs. I didn't. I just, there's a store. Because that handle is just a giant point of failure right there. That's going to break any moment now while you're holding it.
This is Nintendo Store SF quality. It won't happen. Now, who stole my saucer that goes with it? I don't know, and I'm upset about it.
But yeah, me and Mugs are having kind of a rough patch right now.
I understand. Timothy Robert Geddes, please welcome yourself to the stage. It's good to have you.
Tim's here.
He's wearing he's wearing a burnt orange jacket, burnt orange shirt.
Yes.
We have a chat here that says from Mr. Rance Cox. Greg, God damn it, you didn't bring Leviathan Wakes today.
No, I was told that everyone's yelling my name and I need to come in here, and I come in, and it was for a mistake. I'm sorry, I did not bring it today. I didn't even look at it today. I look at it every day. Not today, Greg. Not today.
Fair enough. Thank you.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
Believe it or not, we're not even to housekeeping yet. Housekeeping, we're an 11-person small business all about live talk shows. Today, after Kinda Funny Games Daily, you are getting the Kinda Funny Gamescast. It's our Ninja Gaiden Ragebound review. It will feature the one, the only, Dan Reichert.
Wow.
Very exciting for that. And then after that, nothing. There is no stream today. There are no in reviews. There's nothing because we're doing something super secret and super special with Giant Bomb. So you will see that soon enough, everybody. If you're a Kinda Funny member, today's Gregway is more than 17 minutes about the Nintendo Switch 2's future. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs and Omega Buster, and Delaney, the Psalm 20. Today we're brought to you by Mood Factor and the Kinda Funny survey, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 6 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
Yay.
I will ask you this before we get into story number 1.
Yeah, sure.
How long have you been doing? You talk about the games journalism stuff and all that jazz. How long have you been doing it?
Gosh, since like when did they reveal the 3DS at E3? That was my first E3.
Okay, so you've been going a long time too.
Wow,
okay, longer than me then, right? Because I'm 18 years. So no,
not that. No, it's not that. That's more like 12, 13. Not longer than you. And this is good for me. Yeah. It's good for everybody. Yeah.
But there will never be a time when I say we're doing a review and somebody in the chat goes, I didn't even know that was out yet, that my blood doesn't run cold if did I fuck up the embargo? Is it the embargo? So like
no,
I was
looked
bad
at OpenCritic. There are reviews out there for Ninja Gaiden.
I was bad on my thing just to go, here it is, all coverage held for July 30th at 8 a.m. It's just, oh, Jesus. I'm always like, oh, did I fuck this up? I can't. And I rarely do.
I'm the guy who said how many cat shines were in Bowser's Fury one time, and now,
Nintendo won't send you anything.
For life, one infraction, you're done.
No, that's it, man. They're one strike and you're out.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I'm surprised they let you in the Nintendo store. Speaking of Nintendo, number one on the Roper Report, the next Nintendo Direct is a partner showcase coming tomorrow. This is Chris Scullion at VGC. Super Chat, you have a question. What are, of course, your predictions for tomorrow's Nintendo Direct? Nintendo has announced that its next Nintendo Direct presentation will take place tomorrow, and it will be a partner showcase. Nintendo says the Direct will feature, quote, roughly 25 minutes of information on upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games from Nintendo's publishing partners. The Direct will broadcast on Thursday, July 31st at 6 a.m. Pacific. Yes, of course. Kind of Funny will live react to this Direct. No, not at 6 a.m. We will do everything on a delay. Probably start with the Gamescast at 10 a.m., but hey, a lot of moving parts. We'll talk to you about that later. Michael Minotti.
Hi, Greg.
Hype level for a partner showcase tomorrow.
Partner showcases usually aren't that interesting, but because we are still early on in this Switch 2 era, there are still so many kind of big third-party games that we are hoping are going to come to the Switch 2.
There it is.
Right?
You knew it was popping right away.
Yeah, and look, there's one right there. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Is tomorrow the day, Mike Minotti?
We call it Spoon Heaven at Giant Bomb. Don't ask why.
I feel like I have to.
I feel like 15 times now I have said I think this game's going to show up at a thing, and then it doesn't.
But we've got to be
up.
right at some point.
It's supposed to come out this year. It's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to be a launch game with the Xbox Ally X and ROG Xbox Ally, period. But does that mean it's launching on the same day, or does that mean when the Ally launches, it'll be there, or does that mean when when it does launch, it'll be able to be on the? We're not 100% sure on that, but
exactly. What does that mean to be a launch game for just a portable PC thing with Xbox branding on it? Yeah. It does feel like there's a much better chance than usual. If you put a gun to my head, yes or no, I'll go ahead. I'll believe. I'll say yes. It's got to happen eventually. They know there's so much hype. I am so curious, like, why there has been such this kind of weirdness. It used to be a fascination. It used to be kind of cute. It's almost becoming a weirdness with Silk Song. Like, we're all concerned.
What are you up to? What is going on with this game? Is this game
what's happening? I played this thing in 2019 at an E3. I played this game 6 years ago. What's happening?
I am going to go, it's not there tomorrow. I think yesterday we talked on the show about the rumored now yet again leak of what the Xbox handheld is going to be, right? And the thing was like, well, it makes sense then that they would announce that at Gamescom. And I think if it wasn't just a weird thing during that Xbox SGF Direct to be like, and Silk Song's there, I think doing them both at Gamescom would make sense of here's the release date for the handheld, here's the price, and here's the release date for Silk Song.
Think it's going to be playable at Gamescom?
Yeah. Right? It was playable in some museum recently, remember?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Australia, maybe?
Something, yeah. Who knows what goes on down there.
So you're not hyped for tomorrow, then?
I'm hyped. No, I'm hyped. I mean, I like Hollow Knight 1 a lot, so just the prospect of seeing that. But again, there's other big games that I think we could hear about, like Clair Obscur, right? I think that's one that, maybe they weren't thinking about Switch 2 right away. Maybe it's actually a little too early. Maybe they aren't able to pivot that fast, but I bet they've been looking into a Switch 2 version like crazy.
I feel like they know, and I think they've been on the record talking about like, oh, well, yeah, we want to, but we're a small team and yada, yada. If I'm Nintendo, I've rolled up with the dump truck full of money and hey, let us help you. Let us do this. And so even if it is just the trailer, the announcement, it says 2026 or no date, I think you get away doing that.
Right. Other big things like Baldur's Gate 3, like that's like why let's get that running on Switch too. Yeah. Plenty of stuff like that.
Mr. Hawk says, give me Metaphor on Switch. Metaphor Refrontazio didn't come out on Switch?
No.
Is that true?
I don't think it did.
God damn.
I don't think it did. I mean, I don't think Persona 3 Reload did either, so.
No.
Yeah, so there's could get some of that stuff on there.
Get a Switch 2 update for Royal as well, make it look a little bit prettier.
There you go.
Sure, yeah. I see the chat popping off with Hades 2. Another one with like.
Well, that's right, because Hades 2 is coming there, and we know that once it does get that 1.0 release. So we could finally get that release date. Maybe Elden Ring, which we know is coming.
Yeah.
That gets a release date. I'm sure we see that in one form or the other. And that Duskblood's the other game from Software, right? That could show up.
Yep.
Learn more about that.
There you go. That's all good stuff. Over here in the super chats, Jackie-san says, over under they show a Switch 2 edition of Skyrim. I don't. No.
I just know what.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
No.
What does this one mean? Big Fresh 37 says, Greg, the man next to you owes us Captain Toad.
Oh, he's been trying to get me to play Captain Toad for a long time. It's like, and I love Nintendo, and I bet it's a good game. I just don't feel the motivation. I can't fake it with Toad. You know?
Sure.
I'll get there at some point.
It's a fun little puzzler. Look around the corner, see what's going on.
I could do a decent Toad.
Hit me with it.
I'm Toad. Am I kind of funny? Hi, Greg.
I like that you're doing the opposite of Charles Martinet, right? Where he's like, I won't manufacture lines for Mario. You're like, I'll just do.
Toad can say anything you want. Hello.
Not a good one. Barrett, I was gonna say Barrett does a good one. Barrett.
I'm the best. I'm the best. Thank you. I'm here all day, folks.
Foxy Steve says, I think we see more performance patches, hoping for 60 frames a second for Astral Chain and Xenoblade.
Yeah. For some of those older games like that, or even some other third-party stuff like Red Dead Redemption 1, right? Like that's a game I've been kind of thinking about replaying recently, and I would love to be able to do that on my Switch 2 and have that 60 frames per second on there. I think right now the only way to play that 60 frames per second is on like PS4, PS5 with some kind of performance boost thing there. But yeah, gosh, I like all those performance boosts a lot. I had a lot of fun just going back to the Zelda games like that. But again, partner direct. So
yeah, that's where it gets
like
struggly with it, right? Where you want to go out and it's like partner direct is so broad that it really could be anything. I don't know if it was a joke or not. Earlier when we talked about Silksong, somebody said it'll be in the Xbox section of Nintendo tomorrow, and you do then go, well, wait, what about Xbox?
Like,
right here, you got Samson L super chatting. Call of Duty library, including Black Ops 7, gets announced.
Well, they said Call of Duty has to come to Switch. They promised the government that at one point.
You can't lie to the government, Nintendo.
Another thing like Sea of Thieves, like why not get that on Switch 2 eventually? Starfield, is that something we can do on Switch 2?
That would be fucking ridiculous if it came there in not PlayStation.
That
would be insane if they're like, Starfield's also coming.
But what Forza Horizon,
Indiana Jones,
maybe Forza Horizon 5 has done so well on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's printing money. I see the updates all the time.
If you can get that on Switch 2, and I think they probably can, why not? That'll do really well there also.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of stuff. That's the thing. It's like it is so wide open. It could be a bunch of things. What if we get more? Because PlayStation's approach is really weird. Because we got Patapon, right?
Hell yeah.
We're like, we'll put Patapon here. Don't mention the word PlayStation though. We'll get Bandai Namco to do it.
Exactly. They'll do all the dirty work. You can have Freedom Wars. You can have this. You can have Hot Shots Golf, but it's all going through Bandai Namco.
Right. So maybe there's like more of that. Like here's Parappa the Rappa's back.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Yeah, I don't really believe that. But it'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun, yeah. I wonder, too, about Capcom. What's their support going to look like? Again, we're talking about these patches. Like, obviously, I would love to see Monster Hunter Wilds come over. Impossible to a degree.
I was about to say, like, that thing is barely working on PC, it feels like.
But, I mean, there is a lineage of Monster Hunter games that were Switch exclusive. I mean, they eventually broke out, but you know what I mean? There's stuff there you could do.
Does Monster Hunter Rise have, like, a big performance patch update on Switch, too? Because even I would like that
so.
almost.
Chat, keep me honest on that.
Somebody who was, like, a smidge whelmed by Rise. Or by Wilds. Part of me would like to just go back to Rise and play that at like 60 frames per second.
For sure, I can see that. Yeah. Rise does not have a patch, says JG,
There's
who I believe.
Sorts of Resident Evil games though.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
2 remake, 4 remake.
The big question here,
Village.
I think that's interesting, right, is that the rumor had been when Switch 2 finally made its debut that Nintendo had been very particular about who they gave dev kits to.
Right.
So now, what does that look like post-launch? How many have they gotten out there? How easy has it been to make your games for Switch?
Yeah, but again, like being particular, it's the tone they could be. Were they going to say no to Capcom? Like, right? I mean, if Capcom could be like, hey, we want to put Resident Evil and Monster Hunter on Switch too. Like, I don't know if we can trust you, Capcom.
We got Drag and Drive to worry about. We'll get to you. We'll get to those games. Yeah.
Right. So, but they might.
Yeah.
There's got to be some bigger Capcom support coming to the Switch too, relatively. So there's got to be at least one Capcom thing here.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
That's a promise.
Wow.
I
guarantee. A Mike Minotti guarantee. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that means a lot. You can take that to the bank.
Alex Frazier says, please bring Night Rain to the Switch 2. I don't see that one happening, right? Because you have Elden Ring and then you have the Duskblood one, right? So it's
I mean, it's like if you can get Elden Ring on there, then I guess you could. get this on there.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, you got to get Elden Ring on there first, right? Unless you want to do something cute, like a bundle, get Elden Ring and Night Rain all at one for just $100. Save a bundle.
I don't think they need to worry about it. They'll make the money either way off these FromSoft sickos. Yeah, Elden Ring will be interesting to see if we get a date tomorrow, and if so, when it is, how imminent that is.
Right. Feels like a holiday.
You think so, right?
I think so. Because, like, you know, first party wise, I think they're relatively set on holiday. They're going to have Pokemon. Metroid Prime 4 doesn't have a date, probably.
You worried? You worried yet?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. We had that whole Subway fiasco.
The Subway thing, it's out now.
Right? I was like, I got to go check. I got to go call GameStop. It's a little weird, especially because when there were rumors there are going to be a direct, and the whole time I was like, it could be a partner direct. It could be an indie direct or whatever. I was hoping it would be just a Nintendo direct because I do want to know about Metroid Prime 4's release date. I do want to know if we're getting Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered like we did with 1 because I want to play those games again.
Too late now, though.
No, well, it might not be if this thing comes out like December 31st, and there's plenty of time to bust out the Wii U and Metroid Prime trilogy.
Sure. I just feel like if you're going to get another remaster for 2 and 3.
Well, the way Nintendo is, though, those things could have been done for years now.
If you see those get announced tomorrow, then Prime 4 is definitely delayed. I think the energy and the flame for 4 is kept alive by the faithful, but it's so small right now that you need to have that game come out and have the Switch audience stoked for a new exclusive and a new thing. And I think if you had just 2 months before put out 2 other Metroid games,
can't that be just kind of part of the build-up? Isn't that just kind of part of like the plan?
I feel like you have a chance of having people who jump into the old ones not thinking they're new, but they're a new game to their Switch too, and they're like, oh, I don't like this, and they don't worry about what the upgrades were to 4 or whatever.
Maybe, but contrary to that, maybe there's people who are like, well, I got to play Metroid Prime 1 on my Switch. I don't even know about 2 and 3, and now you want me to play 4? What did I miss out on here?
Sure. Yeah.
Right? All that important Metroid lore, which is way more important than Donkey Kong lore. Who cares what Pauline is?
All right. Settle down there, Minotti. Because I was going to say, the other opportunity they had, Greg, was to put out DK64 onto Nintendo Switch Online before Donkey Kong Bonanza so everybody could understand all the very important timeline lore going on in that universe, and they didn't. Yeah. Think about it.
Well, it's because we kind of started fresh with Bonanza, you know?
No, we didn't.
We got that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD this year. That was this year that came out still, which feels weird, right?
Yeah.
I was shocked we didn't get DK64 and NSO kind of... Because, again, when Returns HD came out, they gave us all the Donkey Kong lands. So it's like sometimes there is like that, oh, we should release some of the old stuff because the new thing's coming out. And sometimes it's not like that at all.
Kyle LaBouffe in the chat says, successful Nintendo is also arrogant Nintendo. They will decline anyone if they think they have leverage, whether they actually do or not.
I mean, everybody's...
I love that Kyle... It feels like the call is coming from inside. Like, you know something we know, like, they would fucking totally would have told Capcom to kick rocks.
I mean, it's definitely a Nintendo world, and we all live in it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely have to play by the rules. But if any third party has like a pretty good amount of goodwill, like Capcom should be up there. Monster Hunter Rise, again,
great game,
has to be. And I'm sure I think it's definitely one of the best-selling third-party games on the original Switch, right?
Sure.
And even like Civilization 6 did really well on Switch, so they worked to make sure Civilization 7 was set up with that stuff too. So they do care about that. But even Hades 1. Giant on Switch, so they really made sure that they're talking about Hades 2 a ton with Switch 2.
God, I hope they're there tomorrow.
Yeah, because they released a patch and they were like, this is our last patch before 1.0. I think a Hades 2 release date is a distinct possibility. I'm so excited for that. I did play the alpha or beta a little bit.
Yeah.
Early access, and then I was like, okay, I really like this. I want to wait for that full release now. Then really,
I did the same thing. I stayed away from it all. I'm like, I know this game's gonna be great. I don't need to jump in here.
Oh yeah, I was like, no, it's the most sure thing ever.
I of course am incredibly excited for Moonlighter 2. I would love Moonlighter 2 to show up tomorrow and give a date because they have said summer as well. If it came out tomorrow, I will flip out. Just for a heads up.
I think that makes sense. Now again, it's only going to be like 25 minutes long that they said, and you could do a lot there.
The way I raged there, I thought you were making fun of Moonlighter 2, saying is that game gonna be 25 minutes long? Like, I'll fucking knock your block off. No, I'll kill you, Minotti.
No, please don't murder me.
Yeah, 25 minutes for this. Yeah, so it's gonna be, you figure, brief. I mean, assuming they're gonna show a lot of different stuff. And I wonder then too how many. We're talking about Capcom and we're talking about Elden Ring and blah blah. How many indies are we talking about that are gonna really carry this for us?
That's the thing. Like, showcase is so weird because they can show indies, but they also do indie showcases sometimes too.
Of course, yeah,
right?
That's a great point too. Yeah,
but the big indies like Hades 2 and Silk Song, that is still totally game for something like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. Man, I just got myself super excited. Moonlighter 2 tomorrow?
Yeah,
Woo!
get hyped.
Woo!
Why not? The
Well,
worst
probably
that
not
can
going to happen. I'll be sad then. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'll be fleeting, though. Then they'll announce something else you care about, and you'll be happy again.
That's fair enough. Costa super chats and says Spyro 4 ? Exclamation mark. Switch 2 would be the perfect, and the Reignited trilogy is in Switch's library.
I mean, the Reignited trilogy and the Crash Insane trilogy both sold really well on Switch. But Crash 4 did okay. It did not sell nearly as well as the Insane trilogy. So I bet maybe back at the time they thought they would just do a Spyro 4 right after that. But also, like, all of those companies, so many of them got put on Call of Duty, or Vicarious Visions is just in Blizzard now.
Yeah.
Right. So who is making
who would
that
actually
game?
do it? Yeah.
And there's a lot of people worked at Xbox who have been let go recently, right? They've been canceling projects.
Yeah.
What was that one studio that broke off though?
Toys for Bob.
Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
Yes. So Toys for Bob. They broke off and are maybe doing something.
It was a messy breakup too. Remember?
It was a messy breakup. Toys for Bob is that is one that did Crash 4 thing. Crash 4, by the way, is an amazing game.
100%.
So good. Best Crash game.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. So I would be super excited to see it, but that would get announced at an Xbox thing, not a Nintendo thing.
You'd like to think so.
I would think so. I mean, I know, Xbox is pretty generous with the other platforms these days. But I hope they would still want to announce Spyro on its own. It was like Banjo, which I don't think we're going to see a new Banjo-Kazooie game tomorrow. Maybe that's one where, we can announce that at the Nintendo thing, even though that's us. The big audience for that game is going to be Nintendo for sure.
Of course, like I said, this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase is tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific time, which is too early for Kinda Funny Games Daily. So we will be starting our day tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, with the Gamescast, where we will watch this live. We will not look at the social media beforehand. We will watch it live, react to you, do a Gamescast post show, roll into Kinda Funny Games Daily. And before we roll into story number 2, let me remind you about patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple and Spotify. Of course, you can go there to get all of our shows ad-free. That's more than 80 episodes of content a month. And of course, to get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a 15 to 20-minute podcast, that adds up to 4 hours of exclusive podcasts each and every month. And of course, support a small independent business over there. Do that, get the membership. Right now, though, you're not using your membership benefits. So here's a word from our sponsors.
This episode's brought to you by Mood. Let me tell you about the online cannabis company that's revolutionizing how we deal with life's challenges. From sleepless nights to stress-filled days, Mood.com has created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns with 100% federally legal THC blends. They'll deliver them discreetly right to your doorstep, and you can get 20% off your first order at Mood.com with promo code KINDAFUNNY. I've been having a great time trying out their different gummies, and I'm loving how each one feels. And each one is crafted using federally legal cannabis grown on small, family-owned American farms. No pesticides, no BS, and they can ship to most states in the U.S. Best of all, not only does Mood stand behind everything with an industry-leading 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with code KINDAFUNNY. So head to Mood.com, browse their amazing selection of functional gummies, and find the perfect gummy for whatever you are dealing with. And remember to use promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout to save 20% on your first order. That's Mood.com, MOOD.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This episode's brought to you by Factor. Summer is here, baby. That means more sun, more light, but it should not mean more hours inside cooking. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Multiple people here at Kinda Funny have been loving their experience with Factor, and you can too. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day, sun up to sundown. With nutritious breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts, Factor has your whole day covered. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off for 50% off plus free shipping.
We need you. It's been a few years since we've done a big ol' audience survey to determine who watches our stuff, where you watch it, and what sorts of products you're open to seeing in terms of sponsors. We've boiled this down to a handful of simple questions that shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to complete. Oh, and all of your answers will be completely anonymous, and we want you to be as honest as possible. Head over to kindafunny.com/survey to participate. Thanks.
And we're back with Giant Bombs, Mike Minotti. I missed one super chat in there that I think's funny not funny, but an interesting take. Bander SN says, "It's time, new Mega Man game." And he says, "Hey, Mikey."
I don't know if you know this about me. I love Mega Man.
I assumed based on the "Hey, Mikey" there at the end.
Oh, big Mega Man fan. We got to get a new Mega Man game someday. I haven't completely lost hope, right? It's got to happen. I think it's karma for like the 30 years there where we got a new Mega Man game like every 4 months. Get this mighty number 9 out of here. This is
I thought this was, like the successor to it all,
You were eating good there for a while with 9 and 10. Like they were.
Yeah, that's why I don't complain too much. Look, if they stopped making Mega Man forever, I'd have enough to feast on for a long time. Do you hear about the Pragmata conspiracy theory?
No, but I like Pragmata a lot.
Yeah, secretly a Mega Man game. The robots, that little girl, that's Roll, I think. Yeah, it's all conspiracy.
I don't buy it, but I love it.
Secret, you just wait.
I played that at SGF, and I was like, holy shit, I like this game. I can't believe I want to play this game.
I've heard good things about it, and just wait till after the credits roll, and like Dr. Wily shows up, and we all say, oh, we see what's going on here. Then
you think they'd wait that long?
That's the big reveal. Come on, you see the movies now. You got to really hook them at that.
You see the movies now.
You see the movies.
You see these talkies. You see
the talkies that the kids all watch, right? Yeah, and the YouTubes.
Huh. I see Wiener says, didn't Greg talk about this theory before? No, not to my knowledge. I think I would remember this. This is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about the secret Mega Man thing. That's the thing is, like, if they made another throwback Mega Man game, that'd be cute. I am ready for them. Kind of like what we have with Bonanza, right? It's like, oh, we've had 2D Donkey Kong games forever that were good. Take another big swing, though. Make the big 3D one. We had Legends forever ago, but I'm ready for, like, a big AAA RE Engine Mega Man game. And that's the fantasy world I live in.
With this little hacking mini game. When you think of Mega Man, you think of this. Yeah,
exactly.
John Karen says, the Hall of Justice was actually in Cincinnati, and my theater applauded when it appeared on screen.
Yeah, apparently.
What did I say?
What's that?
I say Cleveland. Oh,
no, so everything is Cleveland except for the Hall of Justice.
How close is Cleveland to Cincinnati?
Very far.
Fuck.
They're on the opposite ends.
I lived near Cleveland my whole life. I have driven through Cincinnati one time. It may as well be in Russia. Yeah.
God damn it.
Because I think the Hall of Justice, that building they filmed in, is what inspired the look of the Hall of Justice. Yeah. I don't know if you know this interesting little Superman trivia that I got here for you.
No, I knew that one.
I thought I had you there.
But I appreciate it.
Okay.
Let's see if we can learn something from IGN's Rebecca Valentine with story number 2. EA CEO says no $80 games for now, as Nintendo takes the first step towards selling full-price AAA games at $80, and Xbox starts to follow suit but backs off, of course. EA has now also made its position clear. No $80 games, ... for now. Quote, we're not looking at making any changes on pricings at this stage, said CEO Andrew Wilson during today's Q1 earnings call. He said this is in response to an investor question, or he said this in response to an investor question regarding publishing competitors beginning to release $80 games and where EA sees itself in relation to them. Wilson continued, quote, that's in the construct of we already offer a fairly broad pricing scheme across our various products. When you think about everything from free to play through to our premium products and deluxe editions, our orientation is always to capture the full spectrum of pricing so that we can serve players in the best way possible and offer them the greatest value. We'll continue to look at opportunities to deliver great value to our players through various pricing schemes over the course of time, but no dramatic changes planned yet, end quote. EA also confirmed on the call that it hadn't factored in any changes to its existing pricing schemes to its expectations for the current fiscal year earnings guidance. The current fiscal year ends March of 2026, so don't expect any $80 EA games between now and then. That means games like Madden NFL 26, EA Sports FC 26, and seemingly Battlefield 6 won't be $80, despite one leaker suggesting the contrary.
People say these CEOs are bad, but look at them. They're always so concerned about our value.
The value, the great value to our players.
Yeah, they say great value, right? That's better than like okay value. Nice.
As soon as they can get away with it, they will.
Oh, yeah. I think some people thought they had the all clear just because Mario Kart World was $80. It's like floodgates are open now. That's Mario Kart. And I know you could say, well, Madden is Madden. Maybe you can get away with it there.
Madden already does. Like, I mean, we really are to be like, oh, it's not what is the deluxe edition, whatever, 5 days access early, whatever. There's a whole bunch of shit you can buy.
Right, exactly. And that's something Nintendo doesn't do, right?
Yeah.
So generally, there might be something. But yeah, EA just has that route to go through. And that's a much easier pill for people to swallow. $80 can look so difficult.
Yeah, Madden 26 Deluxe Edition is $100 right now on the PSN.
Right, like they already have a $100 SKU.
Yeah.
So like, what does it matter if the base version is $80? You know what all this talk does do, which is great. Remember when everybody was really upset about base $70 games? That seemed like not too long ago. That was still a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, $70, great.
What a steal. It's a great value for us, the consumer.
The greatest value for consumers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we moved there really quick.
I'm happy that this has been the reaction to the $80 price, right? When Nintendo did this, we all were like, here we go. And Microsoft was like, here we go. And then like, oh, Outer Wilds 2, do not go. It turns out y'all didn't vibe with that. Let's dial you back to $70.
It was interesting because at the time I was like, okay, Outer Worlds 2, maybe that one just wasn't getting the pre-orders. And this is like, something about that game. But it does seem like the whole industry, for whatever reason, is backing off from that a bit. It makes me curious how many more $80 games we're getting from Nintendo still, right? Because Bonanza wasn't. That was just $7, I believe. It was Mario Kart. I forget if they've announced anything else at $80.
Chat will tell us if there's anything else.
I would appreciate that.
I don't think so from Nintendo.
But like Pokemon, I don't know. Metroid Prime.
Did I say Outer Wilds again? I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Outer Worlds 2, y'all understand.
I'm playing Outer Wilds for the first time right now.
Wilds.
Okay. Yes, actually Wilds. Yeah,
okay.
I'm playing for that.
So
trust me, it turned out a good game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
trust me. Who knew? Nobody talked about it ever.
Dragon Drive should be $80. That'd be funny. I think that was actually just like 30 or something.
Yeah, they're going less on that one or whatever.
Okay, so like Mario Party and Kirby with the expansion packs bundled together are $80, right?
Yeah.
And we know why that is.
Okay.
Pokemon 60, geez. It is just all over the place.
Good.
Nintendo.
Explore the spectrum.
Explore the spectrum. I still don't like that the top ceiling is $80. It's a little wild. Especially, with Mario Kart World, they were saying the same things. Well, it's just so much value here.
Yeah.
People played it, and they're like, not that much value.
Yeah. Talk to me about World. Did you stick around on it?
I'm not. I'm actually not a giant Mario Kart person. I'm a big Nintendo guy, but I've always thought that Mario Karts were, like 8 out of 10s or 7 out of 10s for me. So for me, I'm like, oh, another 8 out of 10 Mario Kart. And a lot of other people are like, this is significantly worse. I'm like, that's good. Don't make me play this one as much.
Yeah. So then Bonanza, has that had your full attention?
Oh, Bonanza's amazing. I've already finished the post-game stuff in Bonanza.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I'm very impressive.
Gotcha.
I know that. Oh, but Bonanza, I was just ripping through that, kind of staying up till 6 a.m., just having a great time. Mario Odyssey is one of my favorite games. So just having something that's like that, but similar.
You got good taste.
So freaking good.
A lot of people say Mario Odyssey should have been Game of the Year that year.
I do. Look, I love Breath of the Wild. Absolutely. Is it the more important game? Yeah,
sure.
But Odyssey, I'll take Odyssey over it any day.
This man gets it. Bad food takes a lot, but really he gets this, and I appreciate that.
Fair.
Number 3, let's stay in this Nintendo-esque vein. We're going to talk about Pokemon TCG Pocket suddenly pulls card design embroiled in plagiarism controversy. This is Tom Phillips at IGN. The Pokemon Company has dramatically pulled the design of a new Pokemon TCG Pocket trading card amid a firestorm of controversy over its apparent origins. Fans have said the card, Ho-Oh EX, from the game's Wisdom of Sea and Sky expansion, was based on plagiarized fan art. And in a statement issued today, the Pokemon Company essentially admitted as much. Barrett has it up here. Okay, so on the left is Ho-Oh's now pulled Pokemon card. On the right is Ian's, I'm going to say, original design.
Wow.
Ian Juju's.
Ian Juju's?
That looks pretty blatant there.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like, I don't know how else this bird could fly. I digress. And here's the now the card's artwork alongside that of sister Lugia EX card, which was also features the Ho-Oh design, have been pulled from the game mere hours before Wisdom of Sea and Sky's global launch. Addressing the situation, the Pokemon Company said it, quote, deeply apologized for any inconvenience and was now conducting a review of all other cards to ensure no other designs were at fault. Quote, after internal review, we discovered that the card production team provided incorrect materials as official documents to the illustrator commissioned to create these cards. As a result, both the cards have been replaced with a temporary placeholder that the team is actively working to replace with new artwork as soon as it's ready. We are also conducting a broader investigation to ensure no similar issues exist elsewhere in the game, end quote.
Interesting. Kind of reminds you of that marathon situation a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, not AI involved there. It seems like it doesn't even seem like it was really the artist's fault. He was provided with materials that were supposed to be like official approved materials, which again I would feel like should be more of like a baseline inspiration, not just kind of trace over it a little bit.
Draw on this big bird, I'll put him over there and
ended
do
up
like
being
that.
fan art stuff. It's awkward because, and I don't play a ton of Pokemon cards these days, but I assume for this Wisdom of Sea and Sky expansion that Lugia and Ho-Oh are the kind of star Pokemon there, right?
Probably a big deal. They got EX.
Yeah, they're like the faces of the expansion.
Right, exactly. They're two very popular legendary type Pokemon. So having both of those designs get replaced at the last second was something I assume a bit more simple.
I mean, Minotti, it is very exciting to see what it was replaced by. Do you want to see what
I would love that.
those cards are now?
No.
So here we go. We got our Togepi.
Wow.
Fuck, if you're an audio listener, it's a card that just says new art coming soon. Is this real?
This was Blessing posted this in, so I believe this is real.
Damn.
Was not expecting that. That's incredible.
In the chat, and I think it's an interesting take, unless I'm missing something, please keep me honest. Big Five says, which is the proper response, right? 100%. This is a shitty situation that you hope isn't nefarious. It doesn't sound like it's nefarious based on the internal review.
Right.
And I mean, like, this is how this all should work. We all are, thank God, at least at this point, humans, right, who are making this. And there's going to be mistakes and shit like it's going to happen. And yet, so it's like, cool, like this sucks that this happened, but I like that it's a trace back of like the card production team provided incorrect materials to the official. So it's like, okay.
And,
so isn't somebody, hopefully this isn't somebody being an asshole.
And it's kind of lucky it happened to the digial card game, right? Because you can do stuff like just change a file and it says coming soon.
Yeah.
But not plagiarized art.
Well, if it was, then you got a collector's item in your hand.
I was actually thinking that. I I to own that card. I think I'm going to print it out and frame it.
I don't know if it counts as much then.
I'll put it next to my FaZe Clan Batman comic. Oh, my most treasured possession.
Oh, man, these things, this is what you're going to retire on one day.
Oh, you know it.
FaZe Clan Batman. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Number 4.
This is a gamer issue, Batman.
We couldn't talk. Number 4, Nintendo U-turns on Mario Kart World changes. This is Tom Phillips, also still at IGN. Nintendo, and this is like an all Nintendo episode. Great. Nintendo has updated Switch 2 launch title Mario Kart World with a fresh patch that pulls a notable U-turn on a recent controversial change. Last month, Nintendo upset Mario Kart fans by nerfing the game's random course selection option when playing in versus mode, something many players were deliberately using to try and opt out of the open world driving whenever possible. Unlike the game's suggested next race options, random allowed players to land on a track further afield, which then would be played as a distinct 3-lap race in traditional Mario Kart style, rather than play a so-called intermission track, where a bulk of the next race is taken up by simply driving to the course through the game's open world. Now Nintendo has hit the brakes, reversed course, and pulled a UE on this change in a surprising climb down. In the latest patch notes from Mario Kart World's update 1.2.0, which is available to download now, Nintendo said it has, quote, increased the frequency of lap-type courses appearing in the selection when choosing the next course in versus race and wireless races, end quote. Today's update is a chunky one with a slew of tweaks and bug fixes for Nintendo's open world racer. A handful of new features include the ability to view replays after downloading time trial ghost data, and to choose who to spectate in Knockout Tour and Balloon Battle. Meanwhile, a handful of balance adjustments by Nintendo have made computer-controlled players, quote, weaker in everything other than battle, end quote, and also nerfed the homing accuracy of the boomerang item. There's a new wheel spinning animation if you try to accelerate too early and at the start of the races too. Good. Another good one. This is one I remember listening to Games Daily when this one got announced. A lot of people up in arms about it. Barrett, you, I think, were talking at the time about when y'all did the Alana charity stream and how this was a
this
of
was
your
like
existence.
the fundamental basis of it. Like we wanted to do every track, but then they chose, like we all had to vote, but they chose the order in a way that we didn't like accidentally connect to one track too close, so we weren't doing any of the open world stuff. And you know, it's a small turnaround to give people the highs of Mario Kart World, which to me is when Mario Kart feels like a theme park. And there's a lot of this game that doesn't feel like a theme park, so got on that. I think the other big one that is like unfortunately too late, it feels like, now that Mario Kart World, like the fervor around it has died down a little bit. Mike was the one who like really Mike Howard, not Mike, maybe Mike Manani, I'm not sure, made the point of like Knockout Tour, of like he would love to host Knockout Tour like nights and stuff, but you could only spectate the like first place driver, right, for the longest time. And I feel like that's just like an unfortunate, like too late of an update to be able to change around and like have those kind of streams or pieces of content being made like that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good. It was something that it kind of annoyed me about the game at launch. Was I get the whole they want all these tracks to be connected, but it was weird. You would spend 2 laps basically just racing to the place you actually want to go to.
Yeah.
And then you were there for this 1 lap, and I'm like, look, the open world stuff is neat, but I want to go around DK Spaceport 3 times. This seems really cool. So I'm glad. I'm still a little curious. Increase the frequency of lap type courses appearing in the selection.
Why not just add in the ability to only pick those?
Like why can't we have 2 modes, right? Like can we have like traditional like race or the connected race thing? I don't know what you want to call it. Because I bet most people do want to just do 3 laps on these courses.
It's going to be interesting to see how much Nintendo continues to tweak and refine Mario Kart World, right? Because it's not a live service game, obviously, but it is a game that I think the audience is being loud about what they want, and will Nintendo respond to that and build that out? And I assume, unless I haven't been following close, but I assume DLC one day and all these different things. You want to keep this going,
And I don't think it's gonna be like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where it was like 4 or 5 years later we got the DLC. Like, I kind of hope we get some new tracks this holiday or sooner or later, right?
Yeah. We will wait and see and keep you updated here on Games Daily. For now, we move on to story number 5. Elden Ring's 2-player mode patch has been delayed due to tsunami warnings. This is the big man, Jordan Midler at VGC. Jordan Vidler. The Vidler. Elden Ring patch 1.02 has been delayed following a tsunami warning. The patch, which would have added the long-awaited 2-player mode to the game, has been delayed due to safety concerns. The patch will now be released Thursday, July 31st after 1 a.m. Pacific time.
Greg.
Yeah.
Am I in danger?
Nah.
I got a lot of family members texting me.
Isn't that, it must have been fun for you of like, hey everybody, I'm headed out of the West Coast. And they're like, the entire West Coast is under a tsunami warning.
Like, as soon as I get here, of course.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was never I was concerned for other people and everyone say, but I didn't particularly feel like I was in danger here.
Yeah, of course not.
No.
If you have missed everything, of course, there was an 8.8 earthquake yesterday that triggered tsunami warnings for everybody, just everybody,
everywhere from Russia to
Hawaii to our entire coast of this country.
Yeah, I found out with a text from my dad like 3 minutes after that happened. He's like, "Are you safe?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like a 3-foot wave hit the coast here. Oh dang."
Yeah.
You know what I love about Ohio? Just a general lack of natural disasters.
I grew up in Illinois, so tornadoes.
We'll get a tornado.
Yeah, Do you get tornadoes?
Rarely. It's not too much. We'll get the tornado warnings, but I've never had a tornado impact my life in any real way. You used to have to go in the basement sometimes. That was kind of fun. Like, I got to get the Game Gear and go hide in the basement while we listen to the radio.
My batteries are upstairs.
Yeah, it's like,
do you want to die? It's not worth it to play Sonic.
I only have 5 AAAs out here anymore. But no, I generally like not having to be worried about earthquakes.
You're generally fine here. It's just a rare thing.
I like simulated earthquakes, like on the ride Earthquake that they used to have in Universal, Florida, still in Hollywood.
I know you talked about maybe tomorrow bumming around San Francisco.
Yeah.
If you end up over at the Academy of Sciences in Golden Gate Park, they have an earthquake simulator in there.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, I like earthquakes at like the safety of some kind of entertainment device.
They rock around.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. I might hit up that Walt Disney Family Museum though, Gotta keep on brand.
You do have to keep on brand.
It's a good museum.
I've been there once before. I think they have a Mary Blair exhibit right now. She's the lady who designed all of the characters in It's a Small World. Do you remember how that song goes?
Yeah,
it's a small world.
Is that still? Is it still around? It's still.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're killing other classics over there.
What?
Putting these Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah. Not everything is sacred. Trust me. It's not just video game people who are weird. They announce that they're going to close a ride. Oh, you should see what the Disney people think about that.
For some reason, I get, because of Ben or whatever, I occasionally, my TikTok algorithm will bring that stuff in about people doing things in parks. It's always interesting.
It's like, how dare they put Cars here? I didn't watch Cars when I was 5 years old. I'm mad. Yeah, exactly.
Mike.
Yo.
Tsunamis, earthquakes, changes to Disneyland are all big, huge news. If I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go?
Well, you would go to our last story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small new items you need to know about.
Number 6 on the Wii News items. From Noble, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 adds a retry button for boss fights in its latest updates.
That's great. It was mildly, there's general checkpoints. They're generous, but it was annoying to have to do anything. Just get me back in there.
Yeah, 100%. From This Week in Video Games, EA CEO Andrew Wilson has spoken about the impact of Rematch on EA Sports FC. Quote, like every great sports team, we love competition. We come to work every day to compete. We're always watching what the competition does. We're always evaluating where there are new needs to be met by new players. New needs being met for new players. We're always looking to work that into the offerings that we have for players.
Yeah.
Thanks, EA.
Thank you. What the hell? What are they saying? What is that? Yeah, those are two very different games. I don't think that why did they have to comment on Rematch?
Because someone asked them in their investor call, and rather than say, it's a great game, we used to do FIFA Street, maybe we'll do that sometime, he had to give this weird...
Did FIFA have to comment on Rocket League?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure for PlayStation 5 launches August 5th.
Finally!
Yeah, people have been waiting for that one.
Okay.
Slime Rancher 2 launches September 23rd.
Never have Slime Ranched before.
Well, yeah, this is your chance. Get in there.
All right, this is my big moment.
And then Hotel Barcelona launches September 26th.
Yeah. You can check in, but you can never leave.
We do have breaking news from the Super Chat.
Whoa.
Big Fresh 37 says, shut up about the Nintendo Direct. Oreo and Reese's just announced a collab. Get on the real news. We go to CNN.com, where Jordan Volansky says, Oreo and Reese's fans have been begging for a mashup for a decade. Now it's here. Despite being owned by different companies, Oreo and Reese's are bowing to fan demand and releasing a sweet collaboration. Oreo, owned by Modelas International, that's not how you say that, and Reese's, part of the Hershey Company, are introducing 2 new treats that combine flavors from both snacks. Team-ups between what is the fucking thing? Both companies could boost this, do this.
Look, they put the Reese's inside of the Oreo.
Yeah, so you got the... Yeah, you're looking at it. You got some Oreo bits and the white chocolate and the Reese's thing. Okay, here it is. The first creation is a Reese's Oreo cup, which replaces the typical chocolate of the Reese's cup for Oreo's milk chocolate and white cream. It's then filled with peanut butter and Oreo cookie crumbs. This treat is a permanent addition to the Reese's lineup, coming in a standard king and miniature sizes. They hit shelves in September with pre-sale beginning August.
Be first in line for when the most anticipated candy collab drops. Do you want me to enter in your email here, Greg?
We got a pre-order
Hershey's
Oreos.
website. Yeah.
Pre-Oreo.
On the Oreo side, the brand is re-releasing a version of a 2014 cookie that used Reese's peanut butter, which was hugely successful according to the Michelle Gaiden, the vice president of Oreo.
I signed you up, Greg.
The new Oreo. Thank you very much. The new one has Oreo cookie crumbs in the filling.
Wow, I was a big fan of the Coke Zero Oreo flavor. No, it was good.
Hold on. Did Oreo Oration do Reese's Oreos? Oreo Oration?
Man.
Reese's.
You know how people get mad PlayStation games are showing up, or Xbox games are showing up on PlayStation? You think the Oreo and Reese's people are how dare they cross-contaminate?
Yeah. There's just a third-party cookie now?
I don't feel special about my cookie jar anymore.
I hate this. They're fucking over the fans that have been with Reese's forever. You're all
anti-consumer.
You're all jokes to us. And that's it for Wii News.
That was very exciting.
It was. I like that. We have a bunch of super chats that are fun to get through. Funky Gouda just wrote in and said birthday tax. Mike, as you know, when somebody has a birthday here, we sing happy birthday to.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Funky
dear
Gouda.
Funky Gouda. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's got sensual at the end.
There you go. Have a happy birthday.
As Ty Wilkins points out, man, Greg just lied. Yeah, we don't sing. We don't sing usually, but I appreciate you did that.
I was like, I gotta commit to the bit.
I appreciate you did.
Yeah.
Chrono Rig super chat and says, Tim, blessing Mike and Barrett for a DK spoiler cast.
Oh, yeah. It's funny that there are spoilers, right? But there are.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't realize you were like Donkey Konged out, bro.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Come by tomorrow and pre-record one.
Maybe.
Because we had it on the books to be.
Yeah, I could. I
done.
could probably do that. So I'm going to be here for a while.
I'll check in.
I'm deep in.
It's a crazy day. When we're off camera, I'm going to
we'll
look into this for
figure
you.
it out.
Or we
We'll
can also
see.
just call you in.
I could also still. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, but look at you're here. It's great. We can
It is
touch
nice.
you.
I
We
can
do
touch. I'm
this.
nice and soft.
I feel like we're wasting opportunity not to have it. We'll talk about this after the fact. There's super chats in here. Levi says KF/Giant. Oh, kind of funny /Giant Bomb is even more exciting than Marvel Cross DC. Hype.
I agree. It's always fun. We just we love doing stuff with you guys.
We
It's
love
always
you.
a good
We
time.
love you guys. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I wish we were all closer to be able to do it together.
Yeah, but there are reasons that come out to San Francisco. Not as much. It used to be way more events here,
100%.
right? Yeah.
My thing is when they start sending you guys out for the LA stuff, we should hit it. We should talk ahead of time because PR is
Yeah.
always down to be weird. So it could be
Yeah.
you're going to an LA for an event, but then we make you come up here and then you go home.
Grub and I, we can give you and Bear can help too. The full Cleveland Superman tour, right? We can show
Now
you
that's
all
true.
the things that were filmed
I
in
do
that
like
movie.
that idea if we come out there and
take
do
you to
that.
a Guardians game. There you go.
Okay. And then final super chat for now comes from Cody, who says Youngstown shout out right up the road from me.
Oh, nice. Yep. Born, raised, lived there my entire life. I'm a very strange games media person that way. That I still just live in my hometown and have always been there.
That's
right?
awesome though.
Yeah, never. I assumed like everyone else, I was gonna have to move to San Francisco at some point.
Yeah.
And then like even back before it was cool. Like I guess I just work remotely. Then pandemic happened and everyone else did. And I was
You're like, welcome to my world, trap with me.
World.
And final super chat came at the last second from Kyle and says, "Why are you on Tim's Mac?" Kyle, this is my Mac. Of course, you know. The fine people at Apple are trying to do more gaming stuff, and they were doing that Cyberpunk thing, and it runs on the chip, and then more Steam games than ever work on it, and blah, blah, blah. And so I hit them up when they PR'd me about it. I was like, I don't have a Mac that could run games. Could you help me? And they said, sure. So I have this to play games on, and I have to play
nice.
Redacted on it and a few other things on it. So
Very fun.
I'm all over the place. I'm Greg Miller, multi-platform gamer. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. Big PC fan I hear. Well, it's not a PC, so
Exactly.
I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
That's
I do
what
love my ROG Ally, but that's just
I do
that's
like
like,
my
you know,
ROG,
a
yeah.
spiritual successor to the Vita. So I'm not really PC gaming. It's a different thing.
that.
Mike, we got nothing wrong on You're Wrong, so that just means we crushed it.
Yeah.
That's another episode of
Absolutely.
Kind of Funny Games Daily in the bank, everybody. Remember, we couldn't do the show without you. Please pick up a Kind of Funny membership on patreon.com/kindoffunny, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple, Spotify. Of course, you give us $10. You get 80 episodes of content ad-free. You get 4 hours of exclusive podcasts from me broken up by the day. And of course, you get to have good karma. And you like maybe you're on Tinder. Maybe you're on some other date. Maybe you're going on a date. Maybe you just want to talk to your partner at home. So you can say, I did a good thing today. I supported 11 knuckleheads living in San Francisco, chasing the dream, talking about video games. It's a great icebreaker. Shout it out the next time you're at a funeral or a wedding. Of course, if you have no bucks, toss our way, no big deal. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime. Give us that, please. They don't remind you. And of course, no, we couldn't do this without you. Mike,
Yo.
of course, you're from Giant Bomb.
Right.
Where can people keep up? And more importantly, where can they support Giant Bomb?
Well, go to giantbomb.com. You can follow us on Twitch and YouTube also. All of our content's going there. You had to support us. It is giantbomb.com/join. There's 5 of us co-owners now. We're trying to bring in more people to help out. And, we're having a ton of fun really getting to chart our own destinies there, getting to make the kind of content we want to. I just did a whole playthrough of Myst. And I'm like, who's talking about Myst these days? We even looked at the Myst parody, Pissed, starring John Goodman. Right? That's important work.
That is important work.
You look at me like you don't remember Piss.
I don't remember Piss.
Oh,
No,
you
no.
fool.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got to go to giantbomb.com for all the
This
Piss
is where
coverage.
the breaking news is about
Right.
Piss.
But no, giantbomb.com/join again if you want to support us and help us out. Keep us going. We're having so much fun, and we appreciate the support. Especially, you guys have been incredibly supportive and so nice to us. We appreciate all that love, and we have nothing but love to return to Kind of Funny. Thank you so
much.
much.
Right back at you, buddy. You know that. We love you. Excited to hang out with you today and do something super secret that you'll find out about later. Of course, what's not secret is even though Games Daily is ending, Gamescast is starting. It's going to be that Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I'll tell you what, I could not remember the name of this game when I was recording Gregway today.
It's rough.
Ninja Gaiden
There's so
Ragebound.
many Ninja games all
exactly.
of a sudden.
And Dan Reichert will be joining us for that as well. So for right now, I'll tell you, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you. I'm going to shake your hand. There it is.